Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. This is just a very brief reminder that we are currently in the month of Muharram. And as the Prophet ﷺ says, that the month of Muharram is Shahrullah, it is the month of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it is one of the beautiful, sweet, divine breezes that Allah sends our way. The Prophet ﷺ says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inna li rabbikum fi ayami dahrikum lanafahat, that verily in your days, in the days of your lives, there are these sweet divine breezes that Allah sends your way. أَلَا فَتَعَرَّضُوا لَهَا. Put yourself in the way of those breezes. And so the month of Muharram is one of those months. It's a sacred month. And the sacredness of it lies in it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanting for mercy and peace and serenity to kind of pervade, and for people to really kind of return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's why the month of Muharram, as the Prophet ﷺ says, is also a month of fasting. And particularly we fast the 10th of Muharram, Ashura. And the reason why we fast it is when the Prophet ﷺ went to Medina and he found that the Yahud of Medina were fasting, and he asked them why, and they said this was the day where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved Musa from Fir'aun. And the Prophet ﷺ said, نَحْنُ أَحَقْ بِمُوسَى مِنْكُمْ. We have more of a right to Musa than you do, meaning that the Prophet ﷺ is a true inheritor of the way of Musa alayhi salam. And so he commanded the companions to fast. And in one year he said that if we are to arrive at next year inshaAllah, then you also fast the 9th. And obviously the Prophet ﷺ passed away before that next Muharram came. So the 10th of Ashura is a day of fasting, because the Prophet ﷺ also says that he hopes that inshallah you will have a year of forgiveness, or at least the year that precedes that will be forgiven if you fast that day. And so we are also recommended to fast the 9th of Muharram, so 9th and 10th of Muharram. So inshallah this is a reminder for myself and for everyone to use this month to return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to fast as much, to recognize the sacredness of this month and that it is a divine breeze that we want to put ourselves in its way, and particularly to fast on the 10th of Muharram. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us in this month. May He allow us to be successful in fasting the day of Muharram, and may He be pleased with us in this life and the next. وصلى اللهم على سيدنا محمد وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.